Muscarelli in the house. Do not attempt to adjust your computer screens, because we are in there. Hey folks, my name is Steve Prince. I'm the Director of Engagement at the Muscarelli Museum at William and Mary. Hey, before I get moving into this presentation I'm gonna do with you today, I need some kid energy. I need you to do a little bit of call and response with me. I need you to make some noise. I need you to make some noise at home that's gonna make your roof raise up, that's gonna make your windows rattle, that's gonna make the ground undulate, that's gonna make the whole city of Williamsburg feel like it's going through an earthquake. Are y'all ready? No. I'm sorry. I can't hear y'all. Are y'all ready? All right, everybody say, I am. Oh, that's good. Everybody say, I can. Oh, come on. One more time. Everybody say, I will. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Get fired up. Come on, y'all. Don't tell your parents that I made y'all make all this noise and so forth. I'm just Steve Prince. I'm just an artist, Hey, so anyway, I want to share with you a little bit about myself. My name, again, is Steve Prince. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. And there, ever since I was 5 years old, I knew I wanted to become an artist. And I remember when I was a little bitty person and a teacher would call me to the front of the class and say, Steve, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would say, I want to be just like Michelangelo. And so I just kept working at my craft. I was always drawings and I was working on how can I get better? How can I get stronger? And I just kept getting better and better over time. And as I continued to grow, one other thing that I was really good at besides doing art, I was really good at doing sports. And I was so good at one particular sport, which is called basketball. I was able to take this round ball and throw it into a hole, and I was able to pay for my school in order for me to go to college. And there in New Orleans, I went to Xavier University of Louisiana for undergrad, and there I concentrated in fine arts and I minored in marketing. But I didn't stop there. I kept on wanting to learn and I kept on wanting to expand my horizons in terms of what I was doing as an artist. And then I went on to Michigan State for grad school. And there I concentrated in printmaking and sculpture. And one of the things I learned in printmaking is like I work with this material, it's like a floor tile-like material. And I would make a drawing all over the whole surface of it. And I would use very, very sharp cutting tools to cut into the negative spaces around my positive lines. And then I would roll it up with ink and I'll put paper on top of it. And I'll run it through a press under hundreds and thousands of pounds of pressure. And I'll pull the paper back and I would get a print very similar to the one that's back behind me. And I would cut it, what is called a linoleum cut. But then I was saying, I'm learning all this knowledge. I'm saying, what am I going to do with this knowledge? And so I decided I wanted to become a teacher. And so for the past 25 years, I've taught middle school, high school, I taught college, I taught hundreds and thousands of people all across the country, all around the world. I've traveled and shared the artistic process and shared its connections to our everyday lives. And that's the beauty. And so I'm teaching people how to draw portraits and showing them all the structure and how to break it down, but how to build all this surface material and capture the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, and all these things that I'm able to share with people. And that's one of the beauties, and which led me to this job I have now at the Muscarelli Museum. And I'm the Director of Engagement and Distinguished Artist in Resident at the Muscarelli Museum. And I'm able to go throughout the community and I'm working with people of all ages. And you see the connection. I taught middle school and high school and college. And all these things have come together. All these skills that I've learned over the years, I'm able to have an impact upon the community and using art as a means of making a connection with the community. And that's part of the beauty of making. I get to share stories about people and great things that people have done, like this image I made. The name of this piece is called Salt of the Earth. And these four guys in 1960 went into a place called Woolworth where it did not allow white and black people to be able to eat at lunch counters. And they sat down and they refused to move. And they used their lives as a means of breaking a system that was not equal, that said, no, we need to come together. We need to be in this space together. And we need to be able to share on all things within this planet together as one and not separated by color. And I continue to do that kind of work. And one of the pieces that I made that was right behind me, that I was just telling you about the linoleum cut, it is a piece by the name of Rosa Sparks. And we know that Rosa Sparks actually is Rosa Parks, who in 1955, she sat down on a public bus in Montgomery, Alabama, and she refused to give up her seat. And after she refused to give up her seat, her sitting down turned into a protest that broke down the system again that kept whites and black people from being able to work together. And so now, when you're in your classroom, you look around you to your left and to your right and what's in front of you and who's behind you, and you see the diversity that is there. That's part of what I've dedicated myself as an artist to work towards. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to become a teacher. That is one of the reasons why I go into a museum and I work with art and I work with artists. And I'm using the arts as a means of making a connection and making a change within our society. So ever since I was 5 years old, I set my life to make art. But the larger thing that I've used my life is to be a spark. So I encourage you to do the same. Whatever that thing that's inside of you, put the work and the time into doing it. Dedicate yourself. Find some kind of way in which it works for you, but please make sure that what you do works for others. So lastly, I want you to remember, art is all around you. Muscarellianda.